Hello guys, and welcome back to the Sino-Soviet Union playthrough. In the last episode, Israel went ahead with the 6-day war and got their asses handed to them. There's border gore galore. If you haven't seen it yet, you should really go, now that I spoiled it, and watch it. We've done a lot more diplomacy and gotten a really good coup d'etat here or there that has benefited us. And while pretty much every neutral country in the world now has gone blue, there's hardly room for us to lose anything, and plenty for us to gain. Hope you guys enjoy the episode. South Africa is still at war with Portugal. They've made almost no progress. But hey, they have money now. That's an improvement.
Finland's struggling a bit.
You know, Finland, well...
They're at 161 mil.
That's pretty good for their size, I'm not gonna lie. But I have mutual defense and stuff with Finland. I don't consider them an enemy right now. There's no NATO people on their land.
Hey, Andorra, even though they're tiny, is
Oh, Andorra doesn't matter. Andorra doesn't matter. Don't brag about Andorra doing badly. Andorra is one city and 2 empty tiles. They're building a coal plant that they can't afford. That's why they're doing terrible.
okay.
Andorra doesn't exist.
Okay, I really regret giving my AI the ability to build.
Yeah, I thought you would. I don't know why you enabled that.
Take a guess how many timber mills I have.
Probably a lot. I don't know why. Why did you re-enable it? I really don't get it. You said why not, and this is why not. And I told you this would happen. I literally told you.
I was trying to micro less with what I needed building wise.
Building wise isn't even a lot of micro. That's very low. That's very light micro.
I'm removing this ability. They're bleeding almost 268,000 people a year.
Anti-communist demonstrations in Poland. Support government. Oh man, why is this the harder side to play? Why did history have to be so rough on the Soviets?
I mean, it's realistic.
I don't care about realism. Realism's hurting me. Why are there so many Iraqi anti-airs sitting in Soviet Georgia Republic? I don't get it.
But Raz, just think of it this way. When we go back to play as the allies in this, it should go a lot smoother. And I gave a little leeway for worst case scenario since I am playing a communist country.
Fucking communists.
Hey, look who's talking, Mr. USSR.
Hey, whoa, hey. What's the matter with you? Get out of here.
You want to throw that communist talking around?
Hey, you wanna go? I'll press declare war, don't try me, bitch. You wanna see who's the better communist? We're almost on time for that historical border dispute. September 11th, 1969.
Go ahead, hit that button, see what button I hit.
Exit game.
Holy crap.
What?
How do they have so much food?
Aren't you giving them food?
I gave them food twice. They have 298 million tons.
Who are you talking about?
India.
Oh, that's me. That's 100% me. Do you have any idea? I literally sold them well over 200 million tons of food. Like, you could argue I probably sold them a total of 300 million. Do you have any idea how many times I sold them, like, 1 to 3 million food? Like, over and over and over. I tired my wrist out, so I had to go to my other hand and just repeat the action. Because that's how much food I sold them.
Raz, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Why did you give them in 1,000,000 increments instead of, like, larger sums? When it scales up by how much you give them?
Price. I was trying to make money.
You could have probably got a better deal with relations by giving them more.
Dude, I got my relations
Yeah,
up
what's
super
that?
far. I got my relations up super far. I was going for the max amount of profit.
I was just saying in a shorter time frame you could have got it done.
Yeah, but I instead got shitloads of money that I then spent. Who's leaning towards us? Who the fuck is that? Ah, it's Greece! What? Holy shit! I gotta sell them more stuff now. Oh no, they went back. Stop going back. Come back into the red. Come back into the red. You know you want to. We have cookies. I'm gonna hand them 300 mil. Because now I see that this is doable. And also I've been taking a lot of their money from them, so I might as well hand some of it back. You know what? Have another 300 mil. 317 on top of that. There you go. Pay off that debt that you just took out. They just took out more debt. You can pay it off now. There you go. They now feel indifferent towards me. Just like that. Ain't money just wonderful? You know what? Have another 300 mil. Here you go. Have another 300 mil. There you go. And now I'm gonna go back to selling you things.
I'm actually surprised that with both of us doing this, it's still taking a while.
Well, just think about it. It's Greece. They were just not aligned for so long. They must have some relations with people elsewhere. And there's an entire rest of the Warsaw Pact that's not actually doing anything. And now, just welcome to my world. This is how long it took me. ×2. Do you understand all the effort I've been putting in now? Are you getting the idea of what it's like to try to flip these people? It's not easy. The time you just, like, the time it took you to quit doing this, if I quit that fast, I'd still be working on the original countries.
Alright, come on, Grace. We want you on our side.
They're taking
You're
out
a
debt
good
again
strategic
because of
point.
my trades. So now I will send them more money.
Wait,
This
Grace
is-
took
this-
out debt?
Yeah, well, now it's gone. They take it out, they put it back. Basically, this is what I do. I sell them stuff, get their money, and then I send their money back to them. So I get the maximum amount of transactions for the least amount of money, and then the most amount of civilian rating. I just sent them 300 mil.
Raz, look.
Oh shit, they're aligned.
How
Hey, I
much
can get
would
the alliance! I can get the alliance right now! Not that that's a big deal. It's not that Greece is really strong or anything, but it's another person in Eastern Europe. Look at that. We can carve a path up and down all of Eastern Europe now. Sort of. There's Finland, that's the weird case. But we literally just split Turkey off from, like, the rest of Europe now. Alright, I'm going to build more uranium mines because I need uranium. I have 1 missile production active, and I'm not even producing enough uranium to keep up with it. And
Hey!
you got it. You got it.
That's
How many
another
troops they have
solidified
in
red.
Australia? They have so many fucking troops in Australia. If you invaded Australia, if you actually like took those places where the Greeks were, you'd actually have help from the Greeks. And Iraq just had a government upheaval. They're now blue. Welp, I guess that decides what I'm gonna do. It's not the first time they had a coup d'etat, and in real life, this kind of shit happens a lot. In fact, it looks like this was a historical coup, because Saddam Hussein is in charge now. Well, Saddam, you're gonna die. You know what's funny? The people still love me. If I got the government to like me, they'd probably flip back, but I'd rather not flip back fucking Iraq over and over again now when I can just literally go and take them over.
Oh, the people hate me. And, I mean...
Their people love me. They probably love me because this was a historical coup. But rather than just throw free shit at Iraq, I'm just gonna take them over. I'm gonna connect my holdings in Saudi Arabia with my holdings in Iran. Which means, yes, I'm going to annex this place.
I
I'm
was
not even
looking
gonna
to
bother
see if they had
colonizing it.
anything useful, and I don't see anything useful for, resource. But I have to turn on my, filters first.
I still can't believe UK got to 100 mil. UK doesn't even have 100 mil in real life. I'm gonna actually just deconstruct some research centers. Some very specific research centers. There's ones that were damaged in the fight, and I never fully repaired them, so they've been, like, degrading over time. So I'm literally just gonna scrap these, because by the time I turn them on again, I'll have to basically rebuild them anyway. Scrap.
You, like, repair them, and then,
Repairing is the same as building, it's just that these are 20% built already. And it's like 5 of them or something. I might as well just build a new one when I need a new one.
I mean,
Rather than
yeah,
repair
that's
more,
true.
rather than repair them when I don't even need them. Turkey would have been better, but I still can't believe we got Greece.
I mean, India would have been.
India would have been better. What would have been better, technically? Yugoslavia or India?
India.
Are you sure about that?
Here's why I say India.
Uh-huh.
Yes, strategically, especially for you, Yugoslavia would be better. But if you take each country, right now, short term, Yugoslavia is probably the better option because military-wise. But India has the better long term.
Maybe. It just depends how they develop. Just because they have better potential doesn't mean they'll actually develop that potential.
So that's why I was saying India, because they have a higher ceiling even though they have the lower floor. Because Yugoslavia is limited by their land mass, they can't gain. Here's what I mean by land mass.
I guess.
They have probably a hard limit on how much population they can have.
No, that's not correct. That's not how that works.
Okay, then it's technically not really that realistic.
Well, even in reality, you don't have hard limits to your population based on your land unless you're the size of Andorra. A place like Yugoslavia, all you have to do is, technology develops, you start building up, it gets more cramped, but there's plenty of room in this world. Most of America is uninhabited.
I'm just saying, look at New York, for example. New York City, where everyone's, like, crammed together, there's only so much more they can do, especially with the current technology.
Trust me, that's not true. You're thinking of Manhattan. Manhattan is a very teeny tiny part of New York City. Most of New York City still contains anywhere between 2 to 4 story buildings. And Manhattan's proven you can fill the city with skyscrapers going up 100 floors. No problem.
It'll be centuries before we see skyscrapers going 1,000 floors.
We don't need 1,000 floor skyscrapers. We don't even need 100 floor skyscrapers. New York, they fit near like 8-point-something million people, with most of them, by the way, living in the areas that have 2 to 4 story buildings. Manhattan only has about 1 million people living in it. West Germany and the Philippines just made an alliance. It's still interesting to watch this never-ending war going on between South Africa and Portugal. This could fizzle out, or this could blow up for all we know. And I really kind of hope it blows up. I'd love to see NATO turn on South Africa. Just something to keep their resources at bay, you know?
No, here's what I want to see happen. I want to see NATO implode on itself. Basically,
yeah, I mean, I'd like to see that too,
NATO,
but that's not something that's happening. This is actually happening.
I want to see part of NATO side with South Africa, and then I want to see another.
Yeah, the other half side with Portugal.
Yeah.
That would be funny, yeah. Coup d'etat in Panama? Support it. Support it. Oh my god. Boy, we get in Panama. They'll give me a formal alliance right off the bat. There you go. We just got Panama. We just got Panama. Fucking free of charge, dude. Free Panama. Now, if the US ends up giving up the US-Panama Canal Zone back to Panama, we essentially have some sort of ownership over that now. Oh, Jesus Christ. And now Peru. Peru went non-aligned. Still gonna support it. I almost have Yugoslavia's civilian bar completely maxed out. It's just a teeny tiny tick away from being maxed out.
Go for it, and then we can go back to India.
I don't know if it's actually going to do anything. Like, the fact that I got them this far and they're not already leaning red is a good indication that they're not. Yeah, no, I just got it maxed out and they're still not leaning red, so they're not going to lean red from just me, I guess. But hopefully this will help over time. God, there's techs being researched that aren't supposed to exist till 1998. It's coming from countries like India, where they're researching, like, none of the fucking war techs, and they're only going for civilian techs. Absolutely ridiculous.
You ready for this?
Make sure to lower the speed, but yeah, I'm ready. And war against Nepal. I support this war. I see you were making a road bridge across. Oh, cavalry! The cavalry are coming. Alright, already running into some fuel issues. You're in the jungle. Fighting some cavalry. That's a dead group of cav. They got a whole lot of infantry coming out. That infantry is not going to be fun. Not with those units.
Yeah, I know, but I figured they were there and I was started off.
But you didn't have any, like, supply trucks over here. Pretty damn unimpeded, though. Taking some damage, but no casualties yet. Just kicking ass. Starting to run into some ammo problems. Their infantry's running away. Hey, look, a supply truck. A single supply truck. Should help, nonetheless. What did I get? Oh, I got military vessel 61. Oh, yeah, you wanted to buy that 51 for me.
I'll do that later. I can't really afford it right now.
They got world market advisors, but it's not really helping them. And their capital has fallen. Now, will they keep fighting? I want to imagine they will. Yeah, they've moved their capital west. They'll keep fighting, but what are they going to fight with? Garrisons, I guess. There you go. Oh, dead cav. Some infantry running through the woods. Wow. As expected, there's pretty much no resistance. I see you're completely out of money.
It'll be fine. It's just because...
Hey, you passed 700 billion. Oh, that poor infantryman running away into the woods. What's it like to be back in the jungles? Is it reminding you of Nam?
I mean, it's not too bad, considering...
I feel like you've killed just about their entire army at this point, short of their garrisons, yeah. Oh, there's 2 countries over 100 billion in debt, by the way. One is Italy, and one is West Germany. The United States has 83.6 billion gold now, or dollars. They didn't have that much a while ago, but they're also 85.5 billion in debt. The U.S. has been taking out debt. Ooh. We may be having money problems, but so are they.
Yeah, I'm having some money issues, but my debt has gotten a lot better. I have like 1.7.
Nixon elected 37th president. Oh, come on, you're one step away from that capital. You can do it. Hey, 2 capital captures. They're gonna move it again? Probably. You're pushing west.
I'm trying.
Really? You're not gonna go for their capital?
Oh shoot, I forgot those tiny place I took.
Yeah, that wasn't the capital. That was just some village.
Well, I'm pushing west with some units. I'm going after a capital with others.
Okay. Have fun.
Just look at my main road area.
Yeah. I see. You have troops coming. That's... Oh my god, damn. With your military getting deployed, your bar is way up there. That's pretty good. That's higher than France and the UK. I think the only person with a higher bar right now is the US.
Wait, so I have a... Oh shoot, I have a higher bar than you now.
Yeah.
But yours is not deployed.
Mine is not deployed, that is true. If mine was deployed, I think my bar would be higher than the US. They've lost most of their population already. They started at 10 million, they're down to 3. You've taken so much land. It's only literally there's now less than a third of their population still under their control. Barbados and France made an alliance. What's my status with Iraq? 49% war justification. You will die, Iraq. I really
Yeah, I'm
want
trying to
Kuwait.
get this war over, so the whole us warring at the same time doesn't impact things too much early on.
It won't impact a lot. We're being very generous, like very, very cautious, I should say, with how much we go to war, both of us. Like, we wait a good long while. Another village
Well,
has
us we're
fallen.
talking like I declare war, you declare war shortly after.
It's not going to make that big of a difference. You've still taken the most land, but with all my annexations, we're actually really close. Until this war, I think I actually had taken more land than you had. I see you took their capital, and they've moved it to the fucking back-ass end, so time to go through the rest of the villages, and by the time you get there, it's like, well, it's over.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have my AI just master out units, and I'm just gonna take land when I get there.
I'll just set down another 4 uranium mines, because I need it.
Oh, I have not taken a single cash.
Oh. Did you even reach their capital?
I don't know.
No, you didn't even reach their capital and they surrendered. They ran out of steam before you even got to their capital. There you go. Nepal is dead. -1 blue. What's crazy to me is that even during that war, you were only deploying as many troops as France.
Well, I do only have a little over 2,000 land units. Once you take Iraq, you'll grow a little bit.
Yeah. What's funny is that shitty little teeny tiny country you just took has more people than Iraq does. I was thinking about that yesterday. I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Well, Iraq is mostly desert, and desert/barren land isn't really habitable too well, so that explains that.
There's a river.
Yes, but most of the people live along the river.
Exactly. It's just like Egypt.
Iris, how do you think about that infrastructure? But you'll have to wait until it's built.
I can still see it.
Oh, you can?
Yeah. So a road to get in, and then railways connecting everything there.
Yes, it's a cheaper route.
That's unique. 2 roads to get in, actually, and then railways connecting everything.
No, actually, there's 3 roads.
3 roads, okay. 3 roads to get in, and rails connecting everything once you're in there.
That's kind of what I want to do with the whole China infrastructure later on, but I don't want to kill my budget doing it.
Well, make little changes at a time, and you're good.
Because here's my logic. If you're moving short spaces, you don't really need a road network. It's more for like your longer trips. So let's say I would put it all around the edge of China, like the circle border. Have everything interconnected, like Beijing to Daxing and Changping, all connected by rails. But I'd have one road that goes all the way to...
Honestly, with that logic, I would say that it would make more sense to have the rails surrounding the country and the roads interconnecting things. I'm not quite sure I understand the logic this way.
Well, I was saying, like, have, like, the tiny spots be, rails, and then have, like, major interconnect points. Like, I'm gonna eventually build a road network from, Beijing to... Basically, I want to segment it into compartments for roads by a certain division of the country. And then within that division, have rail networks.
I mean, your country, go ahead.
Because I look at the cost, where is it? 40 million for roads, 1 million for rails.
Yeah, because roads do more.
So I was trying to say, let's say the Nanjing area, I have a lot of rails, but have along the border connected.
I think you're just paying more attention to the price than what the infrastructure actually does.
I was looking at more like have roads connect, kind of like if you take, I know this is a bad example, so don't bash me on this, but I'm trying to use the concept of, let's say, taking city skylines, having the roads act as highway networks, and the rails acting like regular streets. If that makes sense.
I mean, your country, your choice. I just know I wouldn't do it because I find roads to be a lot more valuable than rails in the shorter distance. In longer distance, I value rails the way you're saying that you value roads. Because when you have rails spanning the long distances, it's perfect because you can bring someone straight from point A to point B and not have to worry about supplies. Roads interconnecting everything like you want rails to do, I would say roads would be more important because roads would help you then get around places where you might need some faster movement faster. Because, for example, I have a fuck ton of infantry. My infantry moves 75 km an hour. If I had rails interconnecting a bunch of little villages and stuff, they now move only 25 an hour, or they move off the rails and potentially run out of supply. With the roads, they not only move 75, they now get a speed buff, and they get constant supplies fed to them. It's those long journeys where rails truly become useful. But for smaller areas or denser areas with a lot of villages and stuff you want to reach, where roads become truly useful because they help you move around really quickly. Unless you're in World War I or early World War II, then rails kind of do that as well. But by this point in history, the roads are what start doing that a lot more. And I caught a spy from the UK. Yeah, everything that's going to take a rail is going to move at 25 km, no matter what advancements are made to speed or anything. Any unit that goes on them will only be moving a set speed. So do take that into account when you're redoing your networks, because you might leave an area completely vulnerable.
Well, I was more talking about, like, make little compartment sections. So not like the entirety of my landmass, but let's say...
I know what you mean. Like a main road split off with the side roads, but the side roads are the rails. I know what you mean.
So let's say the northern tip that connects Mongolia, if you cut it off, we're in line with Beijing. So that, and then the top right where it connects to Russia, that would be one compartment. And then I would try to do like equal space size masses across the entire thing and have like multiple networks. So
I know what you mean.
Be the use of... What?
I know what you mean. I understand the idea you have. All I'm saying is that I feel like you have the usefulness of the infrastructure inversed in your head. Because where you plan on putting rails is where roads are best, and where you plan on putting roads is where rails tends to be best. Basically, I understand what you're doing. You just disagree that it's a lack of efficiency. That's all then. That's it. Aiden Protectorate in Canada made an alliance. Well, going for Aiden Protectorate's probably off limits for right now.
Yeah, I'm just cleaning up. I think it might be mostly like poorly laid out infrastructure, so I'm gonna try to first get each area cleaned up where I have a mess of like a spiderweb network of infrastructure.
It's time. War begins now. And fighting right off the bat. Oh, good God. Down in the south, fighting immediately picked up. Charging in right towards their capital. And they do have a lot of troops here, but it's not good troops. They're very not good troops. Get some reinforcements in there. Baghdad is literally already about to fall, and it fell. I took their capital just like that. Jesus Christ. Got some money and stuff. Probably not over. They'll probably move it somewhere, but the offensive is pushing onwards on several different sides all at once. Gotta get moving up to this new capital now. Oh, I got people coming in through Syria now that the AI is sending. And coming in through Syria, I just took their next capital. What's next? Look at Iraq. It looks like I'm literally cutting into it. And they moved it again. And the next capital is soon to fall, and it's fallen. Oh, wait, almost. I got someone else on it. Now I got it. Any more capitals for me to take? Anything else? Or do you give up?
You heighten the alert level.
Ah, shush, it's okay. This is just a swarm of red. Oh, they did move it again. Let's go grab this new one.
We took their capital.
Took that capital. Taking these towns over here just in case. You take that. Oh, they moved it again, but I have troops right next to it, and they gave up. Saddam Hussein is eliminated, Iraq ceases to exist, and now the Soviet Union looks a lot prettier. 68.8% treaty integrity. I got a nice sea of just red territory in the Middle East now. Still disconnected from my main landmass. Jesus Christ. My bar level got higher than yours did, and I still didn't even deploy half my military.
How
Excessive?
much higher? Like how many? What was the bar difference?
Like 1 bar. Like 1 bar difference. And that's without actually deploying half my military. Have an excessive amount of ore mines. At this point, there's not even enough buyers for me to sell all the ore that I am mining. Well, one thing I'll never lack on is ore, I'll tell you that much. Now we enter the phase of letting treaty integrity repair a little bit, and then I'm sure you're probably going to go for Bhutan next.
We'll see.
Goodbye.